I love your cup, but
Thanks.
let's move on.
I brought it just for you.
I am Joshua Bailey, VP of Community at Saleboat, sitting in for our GTM leader, Lindy Hale. Today, I'm sitting with
Dom. I head up all go-to-market at a company called Trellus, and today we are here to review some videos together and provide some feedback and our thoughts.
our genuine reactions. Now, Dom, are you ready to jump into this?
Absolutely.
This is a video post from Christian Polk. Now, Christian helps salespeople 2x their sales by shifting prospects' identity. I am very curious about this one, Dom. You have worked in sales for a long time, so let's dive right in, okay?
Let's do it.
Prospect not responding. Here's the exact email you should use when a prospect is ghosting.
How much do you see this on LinkedIn, and how much do you resonate with people that are actually sharing strategies from the start?
I see it a lot. Ghosting is just something that happens. There's uncontrollable variables in any sales cycle. Of course, there's ways that you can reduce the likelihood of getting ghosted, but sometimes it may just happen. So having a strategy for tackling those scenarios is always helpful. I have a strategy as well. He said, as soon as your prospects ghost you, this is the email to send. Actually, what I would do is call them first. And if they don't pick up, the next thing to do from there is send over an email.
Trust me, this gets a response around 90% of the time. This is what you need to send. Like, hey John, it's been a few days and I haven't heard anything back from you. ... space. How would you like to proceed from here?
Okay, so how do you feel about his strategy around what to say?
I was hoping that I could disagree more with what he was putting out there, but this is actually almost exactly what I do. The only thing that I add in between those two lines is, seems like this has been deprioritized, or seems like this project has lost momentum internally. Where should we go from here? I also do like how he started it off more you-centric. And I think you always should in any email.
This email is intentionally vague, and what it does is it triggers the prospect to feel like they're missing out because you're not going to be chasing them down. Trust me, it works for sales, getting invoices paid, and anything in between.
When you can trigger a prospect to feel that they're missing out on something, like create some sort of urgency, that's always a great way to get people to respond. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that. The caveat to that is it's very hard to control somebody else's emotions and feelings, especially over text. What this does a great job of is, obviously confronting and being conscious of the gap of communication and momentum in the sales cycle. And of course, if the prospect has your respect, they are going to get their ears up and say, okay, I forgot to talk to this guy. Let me go back.
Absolutely. Overall, do you agree with this tactic? How do you feel?
I do agree with the way he's reaching out. Maybe there's some disagreement around the hypothesis as to why somebody would answer that email. Doing something very simple like this, what I think it's doing is just shedding light on the gap of communication you've had. And of course, if the prospect has reciprocated respect during the sales cycle, they will respond to you.
It's really important to understand the prospect, who you're reaching out to, their likes or dislikes, and what value you have to provide when you are reaching out, especially if they're ghosting you. So, Dom, I really appreciate it. And that's just another episode of GTM Leader Reacts.